This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening. Voice audible?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Yes, good
Screen
evening.
is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Done.
Last session we discussed about NFS, network file sharing. It is used to share data from one PC to another PC within a network in between Linux platform. NFS works only with Linux platform. Okay, and within a network you can go with NFS. Now your requirement is different. Now your requirement is you want to transfer the data from one PC to another PC between different platforms. Means Windows to Linux, Linux to Windows, you want to transfer the data. So in that case, we go with another server called SAMBA. SAMBA is used to share files from one PC to another PC within a network in between different platforms. SAMBA works with different platforms. So what we are going to discuss now is about SAMBA, which is used for sharing files from one PC to another PC. What is the difference between NFS and SAMBA? Means NFS works with same platform, but SAMBA works with different platforms. That is one point. Second point, SAMBA required valid user authentication. In NFS, which PCs are mounted with your server PCs, they can access the content. But in SAMBA, valid user authentication is compulsory. As an administrator, to which user you give permission, only that user can access the content of your data. Are you getting what I'm explaining? I'm repeating. SAMBA is used to share files from one PC to another PC within a network in between different platforms. That is one point. And second point, SAMBA required valid user authentication. Point clear?
Yes, ma'am. Can you repeat again? Why valid user configuration?
I will show you. We create a user and we'll give Samba password to that user. Samba separate password will assign. So to which users we give that password information like username and password credentials to which users we will share. Only that users can access the content of your directory. I will show you this.
Okay, ma'am.
Take a screenshot. So now you want to install Samba to do communication from one network two or more different platforms. Okay, Windows to Linux, Linux to Windows, Windows to Unix, Unix to Linux, different platforms can communicate with each other using Samba. So Samba server is used to communicate two or more. Here to only mention two different platforms within a network. Windows to Linux, Linux to Windows. So if you want to install Samba for sharing the data from one PC to another PC within a network, we go with Samba. So to install the Samba package is Samba, and to update the configuration file is /etc/samba/smb.conf. This is SMB. SMB dot. And port number for SAMBA is 137, 138, 139. Service to restart is two services, SMB, NMB. Services are two. Completed this.
Yes, ma'am.
So then steps to configuration. This is not new configuration steps, which you already know. Assigning IP address, assigning host name, this you already know. I'm changing the slide. I'm changing the slide. And I want to ask you one more thing. Tomorrow, if I conduct the session, is that okay? Like two reasons. Tomorrow, festival is there, and second reason is Nimajjanam is there. It will not affect to online class, but festival and Nimajjanam. If you are willing to go there or something, I just want to know before taking the class. So tell me tomorrow if I conduct the class, that is okay or not. You guys think and tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I will attend the class.
Condarity.
Okay, ma'am. No problem.
Much
Yes, ma'am.
okay with class, right?
Ma'am, timing will be same, na?
Sorry?
Timing will be same, na?
Yes, at same time.
Okay, no worry.
Or if you want, I'll start at 7 o'clock tomorrow. If you are planning for anything,
No, nothing in plan.
this is completed, right? Screenshot.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
This one.
yes, ma'am.
One moment. One day. This is screenshot. Completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Completed this. Whatever the steps are there, in the same steps I will show you now, practical. So I'm repeating again. Samba is used to share files from one PC to another PC. within a network in between different platforms. Okay, when you want to share the data from Linux to Windows and Windows to Linux, we can configure SAMBA. Before installing SAMBA, first I will check the connectivities from one PC to another PC. If config, IP address is there. Hostname. Hostname is there. Domain name is not there. I'm giving domain name. Red Hat dot. The domain name also there. Now going to second PC. Before configuring anything, first of all, you should check it. If config, IP address is there, domain name is there, host name also there. Ping 192.168.1. PCs are ready to communicate with each other. Control C. Close the reply. Stop replies. Now I want to configure Samba to share the data from one PC to another PC. So before configuring Samba, first I want to check whether Samba is already installed in my computer or not. RPM-QA Samba start. It's already there. Install Samba start. Already there. First I'm removing. Remove Samba star hyphen. Why? Because already Samba is there in my computer, so I'm removing it. Remove. Remove. Now I want to install it. Install Samba star hyphen y hyphen skip hyphen broken. It will skip broken files. I want to check. Register. Why we install Samba to share files from one PC to another PC? We install Samba. So for that, first I am creating a directory. mkdir, directory name can be anything, example slash Durga soft. No. cd space slash Durga soft. Go to the directory. Here I'm creating some files. T space, file name space file name. This is Samba server. Control D. And this
Ma'am, I have
S1
a
and S2
question.
file. Ask.
What is difference when I created an empty directory? If I put a forward slash before the directory name. So, what is difference between without a forward slash and with forward slash?
Forward slash means I'm creating the directory and then forward slash. If you don't mention forward slash means it will create the directory in this in current working location. No difference. Anywhere you can create.
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means I'm creating in parent directory. Okay.
Yes. Clear, right?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Now give full permission to this particular directory. chmod 777 / your directory name. So we give full permission to this directory so others can access your directory. So what next? Create a valid user. User add space username can be anything. I'm giving Samba. Now assign password to this user. Samba password -a to which user? Samba user. Now enter the password, retype the password. Now we installed Samba package. We created a directory. We added some content into the directory. We gave full permission to the directory so others can access our directory. And next, we created a valid user. So, to which users you will give these credentials, Samba credentials, only that users can access the content of this directory. Now, update this information to configuration file. va space /etc/ samba/smb.conf. Whatever slides you have, whatever the steps are there in your slides, the same steps I am following here. Shift G, go to end of the page. Now copy this last 7 lines. How to copy last 7 lines? Go to end of the page first, Shift G, then copy the last 7 lines. How to copy? 7 by 7 lines are young, means copied. Shift G to end of the page. Shift A to end of the line. Enter. Now you want to paste this. Escape P to paste the lines. So these are the lines we have. Now remove semicolon. Semicolon or hash mark is there, means they are comments. Comments are not executable. So remove this semicolon. Why we copied the last 7 lines and again why we pasted? Because if we do anything mistake, we can just simply remove these lines and again you can copy from your original lines. Okay, only for that reason we are doing it. Add information here. So I'm telling that this is for server. So what is there? Comment I'm writing like server stuff is there in my directory. What is the location of your directory? I created my directory under /Durgasoft. If you create a directory with any other name or any other location, you can mention that here. So where your server stuff is there and /Durgasoft directory. Public. You want to allow everyone to access? No. Valid user. So who is the valid user? Samba, the user which we created. Escape shift colon WQ. Complete. Now restart the service to update the information. How to restart the service? Service. Assembly restart.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
do we have to write it every time when we give access to any user? Like we give this time access to Samba user, so we mention
Hmm.
Samba in the
Yes.
configuration file. Do we need to
Yes. Yes.
mention every time? Okay.
You need to.
Suppose I give access a user Durgasoft, so I have to mention that name again in the
That
same
name only. That
configuration
name.
file,
Whatever the user you create will mention that username there.
in the configuration file.
Yes. Exactly.
So every time we have to mention that name, na?
Yes. But we will create only one user. That user information will add to configuration file and will give that particular user credentials to employees. Any
Okay, if
user,
I have more than,
any employee can
Hmm.
access the directory if they know the Samba credentials.
Okay, so do we not
Not
need to add,
only, yeah,
sorry, if I have many users, so what I can do?
yeah. Say for example, there are 100 users with you, 100 employees are there. Okay, there
Mhm.
only you want to share the data with only 10 members.
Mhm.
Now, what you will do is you will share that Samba credentials with only the 10 members. So, whenever they
Okay,
want to
okay.
access server, they will access the server with Samba credentials.
Okay, so in the configuration file, I have added a user. So do we need to
Hmm.
add the user?
User where
Do we need to add the user in configuration file?
if you created a user, Samba user, we need to add that user in configuration file. Generally, if you are creating any users, normal users, if you are creating, no need to add that users information in configuration file.
I don't understand who is this Samba.
See, now
Hello.
I created a user with Samba name.
Okay,
I give the password.
yeah, why did we create this user Samba user? If I have already a user, so we don't need to create, na?
This is for security reason. See, I created a user and I gave password. I generated the password to that user. So, to which clients, I mean, to which employees I will share this user credentials, they can only access the content of this file. So, this you will understand when I will do client configuration. Where exactly I will use this Samba credentials, you will understand when I explain client side.
Okay, so the username will be Samba and credential will be what I will create.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
That I will show you. When I configure client PC, I will show you. Still, if you have any doubts, you can ask me at the time.
Okay.
So I updated the configuration file. I restarted the service now. Check config SMB on. Check config NMB on. Service IP table stop to disable firewalls. Then complete. So configuration is completed. Now I want to check whether Samba is configured in my PC or not. How to verify? How to check the share name means just by running the command SMB client -L capital L / your server IP 192.168.1.1 / server capital N. Now here it is showing Samba in system 1 Samba server is configured with this version. Okay, Samba is completed in my server machine. Assume this is my server. Now I'm going to my client PC. Example. Now in my client PC, RPM -QA Samba star. Here also Samba is there. I want to remove this. Remove Samba star -Y. Remove Samba. Now I want to install it again. Install Samba star -Y -skip hyphen broken. I want to check now whether it is installed or not. Install. Why we installed it? For accessing the data from server. Okay. Yeah. We install Samba in client PC. Now download the files from Samba server. How to download the files from Samba server? If now one of my employees trying to download files from Samba server. So by giving the command SAMBA client / server IP 192.168.1.1 / server hyphen capital U space username. User is Sam. Now here if you observe, if you want to download the files from server, you are mentioning that Samba. Okay, enter. Now it is asking for the password. It means what? Until employee knows the user credentials to access the files from Samba server, they cannot download the files. They cannot access anything from the Samba server. So for security purpose, we created this Samba credentials. So without these credentials, others cannot access the content. If they run the command SMB client server IP address / server hyphen capital U and username, if they mentioned it, still it will ask for the confirmation password. So once you enter username and password, correct username and passwords, then only it will allow you to download the files. Now the files are downloaded. Just press exit here. Okay, so now create a directory with any name. mkdir, sorry, mkdir. Directory name can be anything. Example I'm giving / here I'm giving. Here already there. Jobs already there. What is this here? I'll give market. I created a directory. Okay, now give a link between your server directory to this local directory. Mount / what you want to mount and 192.168.1.1 machine / server is there that you want to mount with / marvel hyphen o username equal Samba. Again, you are specifying the user information. Enter. Mhm. So after giving username, it is asking password again. While mounting also, it is asking for the password. So valid user authentication is for security purpose. The password is given. Now you want to check whether it is mounted or not. It is showing here. / 192.168.1.1 / server on / marvel. It is mounted. Now cd space / marvel. Now else. Now if you observe here, it is showing permission denied. It means there is an error. If there is an error, we need to troubleshoot it. In Linux, troubleshooting part is very easy. Just go to system 1, means your server PC. There, run the command get cbul -a. Get cbul -a command is used to display all the packages with their supporting files information. But I don't want to check all the packages supporting files information. I have an error only in Samba. So what I will do is pipe symbol. Pipe is used to combine multiple commands or multiple words. I'm combining another command, grep. Grep is used to pick a particular word. Which word? Samba. Star. Out of 3205 packages, I want to check only Samba file information. So I mentioned it. So it is showing all the files, Samba files it is showing. By default, all the files are off. For security reason, all the local files are off. So run the command set cbul. I gave you slides, right? In the slides, if you observe here, line numbers are there. Here, line numbers are there. Just on that particular line numbers for troubleshooting. Example, set cbul. The lines which are mentioned in your slide, that lines we need off. Right?
Ma'am, please explain from Git cbul.
Okay. See, get
If you
cbul -a.
explain,
Get cbul -a pipe grep space samba. By running this command, we are checking the files of Samba. Get cbul -a command is used to display all the packages, 3205 packages, supporting files information. You don't want all the files supporting files and all the packages information. You just want to check only Samba information because there is an error only in Samba. So I gave this command get cbul -a pipe grep space Samba. Grep means it picks a particular word from a file. Okay, so Samba I want to pick, Samba lines I want to pick. So I mentioned like this. Is this clear?
uh,
If not
yes,
clear, I will
why we
repeat.
use star, ma'am?
Come again, your voice
Why
is disturbed.
we use star?
Star means everything from Samba. I want to pick every lines where Samba word is there. I want to pick all the lines. That's why star.
Okay. Second question: why do we need to mount the directory with Samba server?
So that we can access
Okay.
the content
So
which we created in server machine. You want to access the content from this PC. So
that we
that is
need
the
to
reason we
mount.
mounted. Yeah.
Okay.
When it is mounted, we can access the content, right? Clear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, set cbul line numbers which are mentioned in your slide. Copy that line, paste. So on this particular file, either you can run on or you can run one, your wish that is. On or one. Now again, set cbul, copy that particular line, select, copy, set cbul, right click, paste. Like this, the file numbers which are mentioned in your slide on all the file numbers. I'm just enabling these two files because for our error, these two files are enough. Okay, I'm doing the same practicals from many years, so I know for which error, which files to be enabled. That is the reason I just enabled these two files. While doing the practicals regularly, if you do the practicals, definitely you will understand for which error, which file to be enabled. You will understand that for sure. Okay, so I enabled these two files. Now update this information to kernel by running the command service SMB restart. Service NMB restart. Whatever changes we do in our computer, we should update that information to kernel. Done. Now go to second PC. This time, just press LS. Now if you see the content which we created in server PC, the content here it is showing. If you want to see that space S1, that space S2, it is showing the content. So Samba is used to share files from one PC to another PC. While configuring Samba, we also generated a valid user for security reasons so that all the clients cannot access the content. If they mounted also, they cannot access it. And they cannot even mount also without knowing authenticated valid username and password. They cannot even mount also. In NFS, it is not like that. Simply anyone can mount, but Samba is not like that. Those who know the username and password, which is created by super user, they only can mount from their client PC to server PC to access the data. Is this clear? Now I want to
Yes,
make the link. Now I want to make the link permanent between server and my client PC. How to make it permanent? VA space /etc/fs tab. Put end of the page Shift G. End of the line Shift A. Enter. Now here /192.168.1.1 colon, sorry, 1.1 slash server, which is mounted with slash marvel and formatted with txt. So defaults 0, 0. Escape shift colon W. Permanent mounting also completed. So now user can access this data. Permanent, the link is there between server directory and my local directory. So user can access the content. This is between Linux to Linux. Okay. Now, if you want to access the data in between Linux to Windows means it is very easy. Just go to um, run command prompt. In command prompt, just enter //192.168.1.1 server IP address /server. If you just give that, then it will ask for the password. If you enter the password, it will show you the content which is created in Linux machine. The files it will show. You can access the files directly. Okay, that is it. Windows. From Linux to Windows, if you want to access, you can access. But in VMware, if you want to do that practicals, means first of all install Windows in VMware, then only you can do that. So this is about Samba. Kondareddy, now clear? What is the use of this user, Samba user?
Yes, ma'am, clear. But I have one doubt, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can we use whether the package is installed or not? Yum.
Question, your voice is not clear.
Can we use yum whether the package is installed or not?
Check you are asking.
Hello.
For checking?
For checking package is installed or not.
Yeah, we can use with yum also. I think that commands also I gave you.
Okay. Okay.
uh, Ma'am, my question is how can I check if on any system EM is installed or not?
Sorry, can you
On
type the
any Linux?
question? Can you type the question?
No, my question is how to check whether EM is installed or not on any machine.
Is installed or not?
Yes, how to check it?
By running that command.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Rakunda.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, this NFS and the SAMBA servers are system servers, right? System users. By installing NFS and SAMBA, one user it automatically created system user.
Come again, please.
NFS and SAMBA, these are all system users, right?
Yes.
The default location of system user, ma'am. What?
Default.
Default location of system user.
Okay. See here. What it is showing. Here it is.
Okay. Okay.
Some for your some how to check in list with M, that also in chat I mentioned command.
Okay. Okay. Got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So NFS and Samba we completed. Using NFS, we can share the data from one PC to another PC within a network in between Linux platform. Using Samba, we can share the data from one PC to another PC within a network in between different platforms. Okay, so in the first NFS, the problem is it is communicating only with Linux platform. But in Samba, it is communicating with different platforms. That is one advantage of Samba. And second advantage of Samba comparing to NFS, Samba is secured because valid user authentication is compulsory. So that is also advantage of Samba. But problem with Samba is Samba also works within a network only. Now you are in Hyderabad, you want to communicate with Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Mumbai, different location, or US, UK. Your clients are there in different locations. You want to share the content from one PC to another PC. You want to upload something. You want to download something between different geographical areas. Can we use NFS or Samba for that?
No, ma'am. Both are
No.
using only within.
They works only within the network, right? So in that
Yes.
scenario, we go with FTP, file transfer protocol. It is used for uploading and downloading the files between different geographical areas and different platforms. So about FTP, we'll see in our tomorrow's session.
Okay, ma'am.
Do practice. Thank you for the session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.